Hi, welcome to today's session. I hope, dear students, you all are doing great and having fun. And what about your quarantine days? Yes, in this session, we are going to talk about a very important and amazing lesson, the fun they had. And of course, it's a very relevant in today's context. How is it? Let's see. Before beginning the lesson, the fun they had. Let me ask you few questions. Just think about it, which is very relevant in today's context. How many of you are missing the school? Yes, is it yes? I know many of you would say we are missing the school. Is it? Then see the next question. What are we missing from school then? Are we missing the friends, teachers, or classes? Yes, definitely. We are missing the fun we had in school. But learning is still continuing through the online classes. But students, think what about the fun quotient? Of course, we are having the classes. We are learning. But learning is only limited to the classes and studies. What about the social concept then? So, overall aim of education is to develop the entire personality. Am I right? It may be social or it may be physical or moral. So, these social skills are very well developed by social mingling. And this social mingling is possible only at schools. When you go to schools, you have so many events like debate competition, singing competition, various celebrations, festivals, it may be Udan Fest, what not. So, are you all missing now? Isn't it? Or are you missing your friends, your teachers, or your best friends? So, in this lesson, we are going to meet with a similar situation which you feel more connected to the lesson in this circumstances. Online classes are temporary setup as we all are in quarantine or we are in isolation. Would you like this situation in a normal condition? Imagine if robots replace the teachers. Would you have connection with the teachers? Learning through virtual classes. Would you converse and connect with the teacher? Hopefully, no. So, won't the students miss their friends and the fun they have in the schools? So, let's discuss all these points in the lesson number 1, the fun they had. This amazing story opens by saying that today Tommy found a real book which is written in a diary on the night of 17th May 2157 by Margie. Margie is 11 years old girl and she has a friend named Tommy. Tommy was a young boy of 13 who finds a very old real book which has been printed on real paper in the attic of his house. They both feel so strange and amazed to see the centuries old book. Its pages were yellow and crinkly. Why do they feel strange, students? It's because in 2157 books doesn't exist anymore. They are still surprised to see the words in the book are fixed on the pages and do not move as they do on a screen. By this incident, Margie recalls that once when her grandfather was a little boy, his grandfather has told about how stories were printed on pages. Tommy considers book a waste because after thorough reading of the book, they just throw it away. He guessed. Unlike television screen have had a millions of books on it and wouldn't throw it away. Margie is disappointed when Tommy tells her that the book is about school. This is because she hates school. Children, think why she dislikes the school. Is it because her concept of school is television screen with machines giving lessons in various subjects? Margie hated school more than ever because she is having a problem with learning geography from her mechanical teacher and had been giving her test after test. Margie's performance had been worse and worse. So her mother worried about it and called the county inspector. He was a round little man with a red face and whole box of tools and dials and wires. He finds that it was not Margie's fault for the poor performance. Actually, geography sector had been fixed at a speed that was too fast for the little girl. The inspector is able to set the speed to Margie's level. But Margie was unhappy to have a large, black, ugly with a big screen or a mechanical teacher put in order. She hoped that it would be taken away for some time and she would be relieved of the trouble of taking so many tests. The worst thing the Marquis hated was the slot where she has to put homework and test papers. She always had to write them out in a punch code which she learnt when she was 6 years old. And the mechanical teacher would calculate the marks instantly. Tommy informs Margie that the book is not about their kind of school which has a television screen with mechanical teacher. On the other hand, it is about the old schools which used to work 100 years ago. He tells her that the old schools were having a special building where lessons were taught by men, not by the machines. Tommy further says that the students of one level were taught together by the same teacher in the same room. Margie had a doubt that how could a man be a teacher? So Tommy replies that his father knew as much as his mechanical teacher. So he says, I bet he knew almost as much. So here the word bet means I bet you. When Tommy and Margie were discussing about how earlier many students adjusted their level with the same teacher, unlike their present schools where every teacher is tuned to the requirement of the individual student. They haven't even read half of the book when Margie's mother reminds her that it is the time for school. So Margie's school is not like ours. It was the school room, which was right next to her bedroom. And the mechanical teacher was on and waiting for her. She has to study at regular hours, except Saturday and Sunday, because her mother considers it right to study at a fixed time every day. The screen was lit up and the mechanical teacher was ready to teach arithmetic lesson on the addition of proper fractions. And it asked her to put homework in the proper slot. Margie did so with a big sigh, which means relief. And Margie was lost in her thoughts. Margie was thinking about the old schools they had when her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy. She believes that the kids from whole neighborhood enjoyed going to school together, laughing and shouting in the schoolyard, sitting in the classrooms together and going home together at the end of the day. As they learned the same things, they could help another with the homework, and the teachers were human beings. The mechanical teacher was flashing on the screen. When we add fractions 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. But Maggie was lost in thinking. She was thinking about how the kids must have loved it in the old days. She was thinking about the fun they had. To sum up the lesson fun they had summary, this lesson throws light on the emerging technology and how it is overtaking the world. Thus, in the near future, it would not be surprising if teachers were replaced by robots. Yes, I hope students you like the video, and this is a smart study for you. Read the lesson fun they had and learn and write difficult words of the lesson. Thank you for watching. Like, share and consider subscribing my channel if you are watching for the first time. So stay home and stay connected to learning. Thank you.